What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, here we are on this, the 23rd of April. Yes, it's the 23rd already. We have 4 days, 21 hours left in the week. We have just under 8 days left in this month. Some big things coming up over the next 8 days or so. We're at about $2.22 now, and we did have the breakout move to the upside. We got a 6% move yesterday, closing at about $2.21. This is great, you guys. This is the first step to validating this low and validating the notion that we are in fact breaking out to new all-time highs. Now, I don't need validation to tell you that I believe that XRP is on its way to new all-time highs. I very well, and we've been saying this for a lot of time now. But it will validate. What's very important about validation is not what it means to me or what it means to you. If you're in the same boat as me and you think that XRP has already found its low, it's going to go to new all-time highs, that's great. But there are other people, there are other speculators and spectators in the markets that they need a little bit more than us. And to really validate this as a low, ultimately you need to get above this high here, which is at about $2.55. $2.23 now. Very awesome. Very good to see. You've closed above this area here that you've been below since the end of March. It's the end of April now, so about a month worth of time there. You've broken out of this range. That's very significant. Now get up to 255, because then you take out this high. You're no longer in a lower high scenario. You're in a higher high scenario, building from this low, setting up for higher lows and all that stuff. And more importantly, you're breaking the downtrend I guess it's the same thing. Getting higher highs, higher lows, you're breaking the downtrend. Breaking out of this downtrend, though, with a movement up like that, it would confirm it. Right now, you're in an area where you could find resistance, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a little turbulence. Maybe you see it today. Maybe you don't. I don't know. It depends on Bitcoin, I suppose. But if you were to pull back a little bit, it could happen. But ultimately, I don't care. I'm not calling for you to go down. I'm just saying, being right here in the sense of this trend line. Well, that was not drawn too properly, was it? Let's see. Let's see here. Actually, we've broken out of it, so maybe that's a moot point. But we could pull back to test it, as support, but I don't think we go too much lower. I guess that's a moot point, guys. We don't really have to worry about the downside. We're just moving up from here, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I'd be very surprised, and I'm not jinxing it at all, I promise. I'm just calling it, okay? There's a difference. I'm not jinxing it. It's just a call that we're not going to go below $2.15 for the rest of the year. Bro, we're at $2.23 now. That's a bold call, right? We're pretty damn close. We're not going to go below $2.15 for the rest of the year, you guys. Crazy stuff. Maybe, maybe not. The more I say it, the more I'm like, ho, am I jinxing it? No, I'm calling it, man. We're going to move up from here. We're breaking out. If we're looking at this on a chart that has some volume to back it up here, let's see. What did we see yesterday? Decent volume, about average on that movement. It's nothing too crazy, but that's fine. We're just starting to break out of this range. We haven't really even broken out of this overall. We've just started to break out of this overall phase too, so the volume can come in over the coming days. I'm not worried about it at all. What is XRP's volume right now, actually? I want to see just on a daily basis. What do we got? 4.5. Yeah, that's not crazy volume, but it's decent. It's fine enough, especially for that high of a market cap. Let's see. Yeah, 3.4%. That's fine. Whatever. It's not like crazy. It's not the most desirable volume, but it's not bad. Anyways, looking at the daily RSI here. Oops. Daily RSI getting above the 50. Finally, you're breaking out of this downtrend that you've been in since December here in the daily RSI. You're breaking out of the downtrend in your price. You're postured to see overbought readings. The best moments in any kind of charts history happens whenever you get in the overbought zone, right? We look back in the glory days whenever XRP was moving up here. You guys remember this, right? When we went from 50 cents, 48 cents, all the way up to $2.80, right? In the matter of like a couple of months. Crazy. Not even a couple of months, right? You were overbought. When you got overbought, the good times began to roll, right? You didn't see this crazy move when you weren't in the overbought zone. No, it can only happen when you're in the overbought zone. This next phase up, whenever you're consolidating down, you start moving up. Look at what happens when you're at the highest. You're overbought. The best things happen when you're overbought, and you're right now poised to get into that area. So if you're enjoying the movement now, if you're having fun with going from $1.64 up to about $2.25, it doesn't stop here. In fact, the best parts aren't even here yet, is what this is saying, right? Over the coming days, over the coming weeks, we likely will get into that overbought zone. We'll really separate from this downward sloping trend here, and that I think will provide a lot of conviction. We'll get above this high here. That'll provide a lot of conviction. We'll really start to see this thing grow toward its all-time highs and through its all-time highs. By the end of this month, over the next 7 days and 20 hours, 21 minutes now, by the end of this month, I do expect that XRP will be, if not above $3, at least at $2.90. If you're not above $3 by the end of the month, XRP, you'll be at least at $2.30 or $2.90. But I very much do believe that you will be above $3. We're looking for targets that are around $3, if not potentially even around $3.40, or even at slightly higher highs, right? Something on the lines of this. I don't know why I couldn't draw that there, but something in this area here is what we're expecting over the next like 7 days or so. And the RSI says it all. We look at the 4-hour RSI. You've just gotten overbought here, right? Getting overbought is normally a good thing. These are some of the strongest readings you've seen. Some of the strongest readings you've seen since March, since we had this very phenomenal just pump and dump kind of move. It's a bit more constructive now. It's less chaotic. There's no like news narrative that's coming out to pump the price of this, right, and then send it back down. And maybe there is, but I don't think Coinbase futures is that big of a deal, right? Maybe there is some kind of bigger news article. I don't know. But the 4-hour RSI, all I'm trying to say here is you're getting some of the strongest readings you've seen in a while. Some people might look at this and be like, isn't that a bad thing? If you're super overbought, doesn't that mean you have to go down? No. You want strong readings, and you're showing some strong readings. You want that, especially when you're breaking away. So this is actually a good thing. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, overbought. Coming out of the overbought zone, getting back into it, you look like you're not done here. Further adding to that notion, when I was saying earlier, I don't think you go lower, man. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If you're looking at XRP right now and you're like, ooh, I wish I bought yesterday. I could have bought around $2. I thought it was going to go below $2. I was waiting for that, but now it's at $2.23. I'm just going to wait until it pulls back a little bit. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. It's not going to happen. By the end of today, I fully expect that you will see prices that are significantly higher. You might see another day that's comparable to yesterday, or you might see something that's just largely larger than yesterday, right? Because yesterday was the validating move that you are breaking out of this zone to the upside. Now you're going to run with it. That's my thoughts. Now you're going to run with it. So we'll see how high it takes you. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say, you guys. By the end of the month, we're expecting prices to be around, if not above $3, around, if not above your all-time highs, right? That's the expectation. Minimum expectation is $2.90. By the end of this move, overall, by the end of June, the target area that we're looking for is $8.37 to $17. It's a very big range. It's a very big range that we have, but man, we've done the math so many times. I'm not going to do it now. I really don't think that we're going to stop at $8.37. I don't think that we will hit $17. I accept them both as possibilities, but most likely we'll stop somewhere around 13 to 14 bucks. That's my guess. Above $10, I'm very confident in prices above $10. I don't think anybody sees it coming except for us. If you're watching the channel here, we're all very aware of those target areas, and I got nothing else for you. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We're going to watch XRP as it's on its fantastic voyage to new all-time highs, long awaited new all-time highs. And you're going to get a breakout that really is fitting for a multi-cycle consolidation phase, you guys. It's not going to be, let me put it in perspective here. For anybody who's having a hard time wrapping their head around $10, I'm talking to the XRP army. I don't think that I'm talking to the wrong crowd whenever I'm talking about $17 prices by the end of June, but maybe, right? Even for some people who are even invested in this coin, who've been invested in it for a while, it might seem far-fetched, right? But let's make some logic out of this, okay? So the logic that I want to offer is that you've been consolidating since 2018. Okay? You've been consolidating since 2018. You've just started to show life this year. Crypto reserve status, SEC lawsuit dropped. There's some guy, the Oregon district attorney is trying to sue XRP now for the same reason that the SEC sued them, but they're not going to win. That's just a media piece. Who cares? It's a fart in the wind. Let me go on x.com here. Hold on. Let me go to my profile. I bet I can find it. Go to replies. Pardon my language in this one, because I know I probably didn't say anything nice. Let's see. Shove it up your ass, Danny boy. Yeah. Latest. Oregon's Attorney General is suing Coinbase, claiming that okay, so they're suing Coinbase, not XRP. My bad. They're suing Coinbase. Is an unregistered security, and by offering XRP, Coinbase is in defiance of Oregon state law. Seems like a personal attack. Seems like Danny boy here is a bit of a Virginian. If we look at this here, XRP is not just on Coinbase, are they? They're on Kraken. They're on what else? Are they on Poloniex? That's an American exchange too. They're on crypto.com. All these American exchanges, why are they going after Coinbase? I wonder. It's probably some kind of political stuff or some kind of other message. It's not a big deal. So don't buy into that. I don't know if anybody is buying into that or not, but it's not a big deal at all. But I got distracted on that because you're in a bullish phase. SEC lawsuits are dropped. You beat the SEC even before they were dropped, right? But you beat it all together. You're consolidating around your all-time highs. You're breaking out of multi-cycle consolidation phases. Do you think you got the crypto reserve status? Garlinghouse is in. He's spreading his garlic breath right inside of Trump's eardrums, his shattered eardrums from being shot, right? Do you think we're going to stop at the minimum target? I just, do you think that's what's going to happen after all that? We're gonna move up after all this time, after all that effort, after all these good things that have just piled up recently this year. You think we're going to stop at the minimum target? I think you're crazy. I'm not crazy for calling for $14, $13 XRP. You're crazy. You're not bullish enough. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.